Plutarch quotes, "No man ever wetted clay and then left it, as if there would be bricks by chance and fortune." It is indeed a desirable thing to be well descended, but the glory belongs to our ancestors. The omission of good is no less reprehensible than the commission of evil. Medicine to produce health must examine disease, and music, to create harmony, must investigate discord. I would rather excel in the knowledge of what is excellent than in the extent of my power and possessions. Neither blame or praise yourself. Nothing is harder to direct than a man in prosperity, nothing more easily managed than one is adversity. We ought not to treat living creatures like shoes or household belongings, which when worn with use we throw away. Moral habits, induced by public practices, are far quicker in making their way into men's private lives than the failings and faults of individuals are in infecting the city at large. Let us carefully observe those good qualities wherein our enemies excel us, and endeavor to excel them by avoiding what is faulty and imitating what is excellent in them. When the strong box contains no more, both friends and flatterers shun the door. If I were not Alexander, I would be Diogenes. For to err in opinion, though it be not the part of wise men, is at least human.
Break Time 1.0's.
Character is long-standing habit. A few vices are sufficient to darken many virtues. In words are seen the state of mind and character and disposition of the speaker. It is part of a good man to do great and noble deeds, though he risk everything. To be ignorant of the lives of the most celebrated men of antiquity is to continue in a state of childhood all our days. Fate leads him who follows it, and drags him who resists. I don't need a friend who changes when I change, and who nods when I nod. My shadow does that much better. It were better to have no opinion of God at all than such a one as is unworthy of him, for the one is only belief, the other contempt. Prosperity is no just scale. Adversity is the only balance to weigh friends. The real destroyer of the liberties of the people is he who spreads among them bounties, donations, and benefits. Courage stands halfway between cowardice and rashness, one of which is a lack, the other an excess of courage. The wildest colts make the best horses. Silence at the proper season is wisdom, and better than any speech. Know how to listen, and you will profit even from those who talk badly. To find fault is easy, to do better may be difficult. Painting is silent poetry, and poetry is painting that speaks. What we achieve inwardly will change outer reality. The mind is not a vessel to be filled, but a fire to be kindled. To make no mistakes is not in the power of man, but from their errors and mistakes, the wise and good learn wisdom for the future. Character is simply habit long continued. An imbalance between rich and poor is the oldest and most fatal ailment of all republics. Perseverance is more prevailing than violence, and many things which cannot be overcome when they are together yield themselves up when taken little by little. The very spring and root of honesty and virtue lie in good education. Break time. 1.0s. Do not speak of your happiness to one less fortunate than yourself. Those who aim at great deeds must also suffer greatly. Courage consists not in hazarding without fear, but being resolutely minded in a just cause. All men, whilst they are awake, are in one common world, but each of them, when he is asleep, is in a world of his own.